Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel Hackers Education. In today's video, we are diving into one of the most fundamental topics in the networking, the OSI model and the TCP/IP model. If you're learning about computer networks, understanding these models is essential to see how data travels from one device to another, over the internet or any network. Let's start with the OSI model. OSI stands for Open Systems Interconnection, and it's a conceptual model created by the ESI to standardize how different systems communicate over a network. It divides the communication process into 7 layers, each with its own responsibilities. Think of it like a layered cake. Each layer builds on the one below it. At the very bottom, we have the physical layer. This is all about the physical connection between devices. It includes cables, switches, electrical signals, and radio waves. Anything that deals with the transmission of raw bits over a medium. Thinking Ethernet cables, fiber optics, or Wi-Fi signals. Next is the data link layer. It ensures reliable transmission over the physical medium. This layer handles MAC address, framers, and error detection between directly connected nodes. It is the layer responsible for delivering data between two devices on the same network. Here is where we have the ARP table that have the MAC address, a unique address for each network device in the world. The network layer is where routing happens. It determines how data gets from the source to the destination, even if they're on different networks. Here we deal with IP address, routers, and the concept of routing. Now we get to the transport layer. This is where things like TCP and UDP operate. It's responsible for reliable data transfer, flow control, and error recovery. If you have heard of port numbers or end-to-end connections, you are in the transport layer. The session layer manages sessions or connections between applications. It handles things like opening, closing, and managing sessions. Thinking of a video call, the session layer helps maintain the connection. The presentation layer is all about data formatting, encryption, and compression. It translates data between the application and the network. It turns images, videos, or characters into formats the system understands. An example of that is SSL TLS connections. Finally, we have the application layer, the one closest to the user. It provides services like email, file transfers, and web browsing. Example, HTTP, FTP, DNS, these are all application layers protocols. Now that we understand the 7 layers of the OSI model, let's compare it to this TCP/IP model, which is the one actually used in practice. The TCP/IP model has 4 layers, and it combines some of the OSI layers into broader groups. So in TCP/IP, layers like session, presentation, and application are merged into a single application layer, and the bottom layers are grouped as the network access layer. It's important to see that the transport layer continues the same, but the network layer changed the name to internet layer. The OSI model is great for learning and understanding the roles of each network component, but is real-world networking, TCP/IP is the model that we actually use for the internet communication. If this helped you understand the difference between the OSI and TCP/IP models, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment if you have questions. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.